Final match of the group round, two rival nations India and Pakistan fight with each other at Chennai on May 21. The match was scheduled to start at 4 p.m. local time as a day-night game. David Orchard and KT Francis was appointed as the field umpires and Steve Dunn as the TV umpire. In a way, this is the second unofficial semi-final game. Winner will walk to the finals to meet Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka at the top of the table with 2 wins. India at third position, leaving Pakistan at number 2. New Zealand already kicked out from the competition. It was a quite tense situation for both India and Pakistan. It is a winner takes all day for both the teams. After the successful game against Sri Lanka 9 days before, selectors decided to keep the same team combination. So, the having seasoned batting lineup consists of Anwar, Afridi, skipper Ramaz, Haq, Ijaz and Malik. Moin to keep wickets and Aaqib and Saeed to lead bowling department with Azhar and Hussain. After a heavy defeat against Sri Lanka, still selectors decide to keep the same combination. Compared to Pakistan, India is having somewhat balanced and experienced side. They have batting power of Sachin, Saurav, Rahul, Vinod, Ijaz. All-rounding players like Robin, Sunil, bowling power of Kambli, Prasad, Abhi, and wicket-keeping support of Mongia. Toss went the way of Pakistan and they elected to bat first.
Down the ground, doesn't mind hitting the ball in the air any stage of the innings. Just minute 10. The bowlers are under pressure. Down the wicket, he's hit it in the air. This will be out. Mid on. He's got him. The first wicket falls, and that's a good breakthrough for India.
That certainly is. You can see the jubilation, not only of the crowd, but of the spectators, but of the fielders as well. And certainly, I think...
Experienced bowler, but he's done a very good job for India in recent times. On the line again, the ball's in the air, but it's cleared mid-on. Again, they're racing away to the boundary. They only have to beat the infield on these grounds, and the ball fairly races.
And will rely on him now that they have lost Saeed Anwar.
Slashes through the offside, too much width. Saeed under pressure. To a delivery, he goes over the top. Always safe, the ball was always going to carry far enough. Again, the flash and go, that's gone all the way. Timing and placement, unbelievable hit. So Prasad is under pressure.
Now this should be a good contest, Gary, between. And that's smashed straight down the ground for a boundary. Oh, just going over the rope. He didn't really time it well, but got enough bat on that.
Then play it on to the stumps.
And he goes over the top. And very clean. One bounce over the ropes. Here for leg before. And Anwar goes here over the top. Again, lovely piece of timing. One bounce over square leg for 4.
Charging and going for the big one. It's a miscue, but it'll be good enough nevertheless. He did get hold of it, tried to hit it into the stand, but the full flow of the bat took it through to the fence. 4 for 31 so far. He's bowled in, he played it on, it wasn't short enough, just skidding through a bit too quickly onto him. Ramesh Raja, a little frustrated with his scoring rate, tried to pull the ball through mid-wicket, bottom edge, onto the stumps.
Like we have seen him doing in West Indies, and instead their Saeed Anwar beating the inside field. And what timing the
Pakistanis. Again, beautifully timed by Anwar. Long chase here for the man, a deep point, but that's the chase and win.
Salim Malik and Inzamam to follow. I'm sure Pakistan will be looking for a big score, and there once again Saeed Anwar.
And we'll have to wait and see if this has come off the bat. This is another boundary for Pakistan. Yes, a boundary. He's on strike here to Robin Singh. That should be it. His 12th 100 in one-day international cricket. His first against the Indians. And it's been a superb knock by this flamboyant left-hander from Pakistan.
And that was a brilliant knot. And how nice to see not only his teammates cheering from the dressing room, but also the huge crowd here. They are realizes that and making this change.
And this will be 4 runs. And it's come off the bat.
As much strike as he can. Robin Singh continues. In the air and over mid-off. A couple of bounces into the boundary. It's pretty tough work for the bowler now. And again gives it the full flow of the bat as he so wants to do. And he has done. A little paddle around the corner. It's probably going to run all the way. Batsman against India. That'll just about do it. That'll take him to 121. It goes past the highest score formerly held by Javed Miandad of 119, scored at Lahore in 82-83. Maybe it's the moon coming up. I think the players will be happy the sun's going down, and there's 4 more.
Oh, there's a louder shout here. Yes, and he's given him LBW. He tried to dab it down. The ball was far too close to him, Ijaz Ahmed. And he's been given out LBW by KT Francis. And so at last the Indians strike. Pakistan 2-1-3 for 3. This time he puts it over mid-wicket. That's where he was looking to find the gap, and he's done so for 4. Just by getting a runner ball if he gets half the number of balls to be bowled. And this one could be out, caught at long on. And our understanding is that it was dropped. It didn't quite pick it up. And it could have been palmed over for 6 from the edge. Going again and really trying to hit this one for 6. And it has gone. Well,
If he continue in this mood.
going again, this looks as though it's gone. Yes, it's gone. The fieldsman just watching it sail over the top of him over mid-wicket. So magnificent hitting here, throwing total, ruining Kumble's figures. Got to get it in the block hole. He didn't. It was a big full toss, and he's miscued it a bit by comparison. It still goes.
Oh, that's brilliant batting. Again picking his spot, just walking across the stumps. And he's played that on the onside and found the gap as well. It's another boundary here for Pakistan. Will come at this stage. He's taken the aerial route again, and he's found the gap again. He's split the field there.
You really don't want to give him extra deliveries.
And he blazes at that one, and that will beat Kumble. And he's had a go at that one and found the gap. He picked his spot there, Inzamam. This is hit straight back Kuruvilla and hit very, very hard. That crashed into the advertising hoardings. 186 Saeed Anwar. That's very nicely played on the onside to become the highest scorer in one-day cricket. He knows it, and the crowd rise up to cheer him as one. Terrific innings from Saeed Anwar. 190 not out.
What a magnificent sight to see the crowd cheering him and him acknowledging. He knew it the moment he hit that ball. He knew it was going for 4 and he knew that he's going to break the record.
Got another boundary here. He smashed that behind point in the air. And again found.
And that is a magnificent performance.
And this has gone in the air. This will be a very good catch if he takes it. Yes, he has. An end of a superb innings from Saeed Anwar. Just getting the top edge there. Ball going away, the short fine leg.
And I think that's out of Ganguly, who has taken that magnificent catch and in the process has probably hurt himself. And Jadeja congratulating Saeed Anwar. That was a nice gesture, nice touch there. they are going up to Saeed Anwar and congratulating him. And great innings coming to an end.
Yes, one of the all-time great innings in one-day cricket. What an ovation he's getting. His putters seeing he can strike the ball, and he struck it well there. It's exactly what he's sent out there for. Finds the gap on the onside. And Inzamam's turn now to find the gap on the onside. So boundaries coming pretty freely here for Pakistan. And we're on the way to a huge score.
Yes, and I think one of the things which Moeen was trying to do was to get a run of the first ball and give Inzamam as much strike as possible.
He's bowled him, gave himself the room. Tendulkar fired it into the block hole. So Pakistan lose their 5th wicket. They've got 315 runs on the board. He's got off the mark straight away with a boundary. And again, a very casual effort there on the fence, as if to stop that ball. Hurry for a single here. Mongia misses the stumps. Another overthrow. So Inzamam comes back for 2. As leg by signaled by the umpire. So the Pakistan innings coming to an end. 327 for 5. Ramiz Raja.
It was a long evening for Saeed Anwar and Pakistan batters. Anwar got himself injured in the 19th over and Aphrodite came as his runner. With the help of Aphrodite, Anwar batted till the 47th over and scored mammoth 194 runs, a new world record of individual innings in one-day international games. He broke the record of Vivian Richards, who scored 189 against England in 1984. Anwar and Ramiz put 89 for the 2nd wicket. He and Ijaz put 116 for the 3rd wicket, and finally with Haq he put 84 for the 4th wicket to bring Pakistan total to 327 for 5 in their 50 overs. None of the other batsmen were able to score a single 50. Hard day for Indian bowlers. Only Sachin grabs 2 wickets. Pakistan batters hit 33 fours and 5 sixes during the innings. So, it is 328 difficult target lies in front of India to stay in the competition.
Swing and hammering it through extra cover. No need to run for that. It's gone. Mid-off's quite deep. And got it over. And that'll be 4. Top shot. Really hammers it behind point. Tendulkar goes. And the Pakistanis, aren't they pleased about that? Oh dear me. India couldn't have started more poorly. 9 for 1. Losing Tendulkar in the 3rd over.
Certainly a tremendous blow to India, having to chase such a big total, trying to force the ball off the back foot, getting the outside edge, and a lovely catch, a 2nd slip there, and India by Inzamam-ul-Haq, who played.
That's wide and hammered away. Yes, over the top. Oh, just wide of mid-on. That was a half chance. It'll just flush away. Whipping that down, and that'll go for 4 too. It's 1 bounce. It was only a matter of 4 or 5 metres wide of long leg.
Because
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Feed his arms. And that was flowing shot through. This one hasn't gone up in the air. Yes, it's a deep backward square. Well, 1 bounce and into the stand, so he hit it quite nicely. For a moment there, I thought he'd stride it. And that deep, long leg was... That's a top shot. He hits that one square. There seemed to be a little to cover. Side sweeper. And instead, just closes the face slightly, hits it just on the onside, punishingly down the ground for 4.
That's true, and there's more runs here for the batting side. Fantastic batting conditions out here. That's a fantastic shot again. What fantastic skill. Slashing away to the offside again. No need to chase it. That's another great blow by. So Down the wicket now, that's out. It's going to be caught deep at square points. Well, unfortunately, that was the sort of shot that India could have done without. It was a premeditated shot, jumping down the wicket to the far.
Well, that's nicely timed by Kambli. He's found the gap. This will go to the fence. That's his first boundary.
And a well-timed and a well-placed 1-2. That was
And he's punched it through the offside again. This is consecutive boundaries for Vinod. Pulled away by Dravid and in the gap. He picked up the length quickly and found the fence at deep mid-wicket.
That's a quicker one and pulled away in the gap again. 4 more. So good over here. And this one's squarer, and it could be 4. It's hit very crisply indeed. The offside sweeper can't get around. And that's a fine tickle. Could well go for 4 as well. And does. So a good over here for India.
Thing for the Indians. This time he goes for the big hit. And he found the fieldsman in the outfield. He's taken it. And that's an important breakthrough. All of the Pakistan fielders rush to Ijaz. They know that that's a very good catch. And that was the wicket they needed. The third wicket for India falls with a total of 195.
well, that's certainly what.
Malik, slower one. It's in the air. The ball straight into the hands of fine leg. He's taken the catch this time. So that's another breakthrough for Pakistan. The only good news you can say from...
Right up in the block hole. That's a good ball, and it's out. Straight to mid-wicket, who's standing on the edge of the circle. Wow, he couldn't have picked it up better if he'd tried. So that's a very unfortunate dismissal there for Dravid after a very fine hand indeed.
It's a wide one. Gets it into the outfield. Can they come back for 2? They're trying to come back, going to the bowler's end. That's got to be close. He's called for the replay, but I think it's going to find him short. The Pakistan players are confident. Robin Singh may find that he hasn't quite made it.
Yes, in fact, the way Robin Singh, there it is way short, not even in the frame, and yes, he is out, and that is a big blow for India because Robin Singh...
Ball's in the air. The wicketkeeper should take a comfortable catch here. 279 for 7 now. Really, the writing is on the wall.
Yes, and Aaqib Javed
Done too many easy runs. Down he comes. It's in the air. It's a steepling ball. The bowler gets under it. He doesn't really want it. He takes it though. That's a well-earned wicket. Safin Mushtaq has bowled particularly well. In fact, I think he's been the pick. Ramesh Raja. Ball's in the air again, mid-off coming in, he's under it, should be a comfortable catch. He's taken it, 284 for 9. Saying the fielder down there, congratulated by Martins in the world. Up and over, mid-on this time, it'll go to the boundary, but too little, too late. Contribution's been far greater than that. Again, it's in the air, the keeper wants it, that'll bring the innings to an end. Mongia takes a comfortable catch, and the result that we've known for the last half an hour or more is finally confirmed. India are bowled out for 292. Pakistan with their magnificent 327 for 5. I don't think it'll be too hard.
Losing their captain for 4 runs leads India into a stressful start. But Dravid came and starts to fill the gap perfectly with Ganguly. They both put 52 for the second wicket. Ganguly had blasting 33 off 28 with 7 fours. Then came Kambli and put another 134 runs for the third wicket among them. Kambli scored 65 off 80 with 4 fours. That was his 12th one-day 50 and his personal best, and the second 50 against Pakistan. Last time he scored 50-plus runs in 1996 March against Zimbabwe in the World Cup. He scored 106 in that match. After Kambli departs, Pakistan bounce back to the game. Dravid fight alone and he scored 107 off 116 with 10 fours. Playing on his 35th game, this was Dravid's maiden one-day 100. He scored 8 50s previously, and 90 against Pakistan at Toronto was his previous best. Singh and Mongia tried to turn the tide back to India's favour, but Pakistan bowlers lead by Aqib turned the match back to Pakistan way. Aqib took his fourth 5-wicket haul and his second in the series. Finally, India all out for 292 in their last over. Anwar was having innings of his life. He batted for 206 minutes, faces 146 balls and hit 22 boundaries and 5 sixes for his mammoth 194 runs. This is the first ever century by a Pakistan player in India. He passes previous best of 85 not out by Ramiz Raja against England in 1989 at Nagpur. Also he passes previous best by Pakistan player against India, 119 not out by Javed Mayandad at Lahore, 1982. His previous best of 131 against West Indies in 1993 at Sharjah. Overtook highest score of a Pakistan player in one-day internationals, passing Inzamam-ul-Haq's 137 not out against New Zealand in 1994. Highest score at Indian Soli, passing Sanath Jayasurya's 151 not out in the game against India in this series. Best score by an individual in the subcontinent, Gary Kirsten's 188 not out against UAE at Rawalpindi in 1996. And most importantly, highest score by any batsman in one-day internationals, Viv Richards' 189 not out against England in 1984. Due to his performance, he was adjudicated as the man of the match. It was totally a run fest. Finally, Pakistan able to win the game by 35 runs, and secure the seat in big finals with Sri Lanka. Unfortunately, India out from their Independence Cup. It's time to kick-start the best of 3 finals. Let's find out what has happened in the first final in our next episode.